Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hope you are all doing well. I'm a little bit low energy still because I basically finished up stream yesterday, went to bed, woke up. Now we got more Final Fantasy because I want to hit Dawntrail now. But I hope you're all doing well either way. Going to be keeping the Mimikyu model on because I know it's my baby's favorite. And yeah, last time we defeated Golbez, and then defeated Zeramis, and Zero remembered their old self, which is pretty cool. And also Vritra's here, but Vritra's not Vritra, Asdaya is here, but she's very small. What you got for me, Vritra? Please be voice acted, it's first thing in the morning. Oh, it might be. I think it is. It totally is. Aww.
Words cannot well express my relief that we could rescue my sister, nor my gratitude to all of you. What of him, Golbez?
He felt it would be inappropriate for him to be present at your reunion with Ashdaya, and chose to remain down in the chasm. If you wish to hear an apology, however, I should be glad to drag him here.
That's actually so real.
Nay, that shall not be necessary. By his deeds hath he demonstrated his contrition.
So, what will you do now?
I've learned much, journeying together with you. Experienced things I could never have experienced alone. Together with Golbez, I hope to do the same as we labor to restore the 13th.
Then I suppose it's farewell for now.
Be sure to share with Golbez what you've learned of the Source and its reflections, as well as the true nature of light and dark.
You know, I was real worried
He is
that
as
Zero was gonna
resourceful
die.
as he is determined, and will surely make the very most of the insights.
I guess I do
Indeed.
still have like three or four
Once we
quests till
gain a better
Dawntrail.
understanding of the situation,
She could still
I
die.
hope we can rely on your counsel.
But of course, I too shall continue probing new possibilities, the better to be of aid when the time comes. Ah, speaking of which... From ocean rise and cloud bank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
There we go. Say the line!
Come forth, my servant.
Oh. You didn't say water, water, froth, and foam. Ishtola, say the line.
I revised the incantation, which is not to say you know how it went before.
Oh, but
clear.
he stole her. He stole her, no. No.
Nidana provided me with spare warding scales, which apparently provide greater protection than before. This should keep the familiar safe. So long as you give the Nixie ether from time to time, it will persist and serve as a beacon for us to find you.
Already we find ourselves with a new ally. Thank you. When you have the chance, please thank everyone for me. Those in Razatan, Garlemald, Sharlayan. The first and on the moon. A lengthy list. A gift for Reen, in return for the light she helped me harness. It's the Memoria holding Zeromus. If used to augment darkness in the first, it may help to create balance between our worlds.
An excellent idea. Similarly, why not entrust the
Interesting.
Archfiend's Memoria to Zero?
In that case, I shall pass them on to Golbez, to inspire and admonish him in equal measure.
That's an awful idea. Don't give him the memory of the Archfiends. I'll see you again, right? Why would you say that? Because, okay? Listen. There were 2 spoilers that I had gotten from Endwalker that have apparently turned out to be fake. One of them was that Zero was supposed to die. I remember somebody saying something along the lines of, now if a story character dies, they just add their outfit to the cash shop. And apparently Zero's all good. Like, but yeah. I'll see you again, right?
You will, I'm sure. Just don't try to forcibly summon me. I won't come.
Sad though it is to say farewell, 'tis past time we returned home. Pray, climb upon my back.
Till we meet again. No matter where we are, or
Maybe
how
the
much
Nixie will say the
time
line.
passes, our bond will endure. This I believe.
Very well, Ishtola. It seems you have left me no choice.
Turururu. Ah, la, la. Water, water, froth and foam.
There we go. Now everything is right in the world. Water, water, froth, and foam. Oh, God. Oh, welcome back, everyone. While you were away, a rent in the fabric of reality suddenly appeared. Through it we could observe you locked in furious battle with Zeramis. That's very convenient. By the time it closed up, we had seen your victory. Well done, by the way. But we still couldn't breathe easy until we knew for certain you were safe and sound. And here you are. Thank the heavens. Dare I hope Asdai is free too? And Zero? In a word, yes. We could not return Asdaya to her original form. Vritra granted her a new vessel, using one of his eyes. Her circumstances are unique, but it nevertheless gives me hope that there may be a way to save other Voidset. As for Zero, she's chosen to remain in her world, and do what she can to restore it. Ah, so the light of hope shines again amidst the darkness. Perhaps our research into environments capable of supporting life should be of use in the 13th. That's actually a really good idea. Oh, now there's a thought. A day may come when the people of the Source and the 13th work hand in hand. In anticipation of this, we must accumulate even more useful technology. Ah, but don't let us detain you with our cavalcade of brilliant ideas. We'll see that the gate is closed and the seal deactivated. So go home and get some rest. That includes you, Urianger. As thou dost command. Pray convey our gratitude to the Watcher for his timely assistance. It would seem Vritra is preparing to depart. Come, let us descend to the Tower of Babel. Upon arriving in Garlemald, 'twould be meet to inform Julius of our mission's outcome. Let us seek him out at Tertium. That is a good idea. I'm so glad to not have to take the Tower of Babel. And I can just teleport there. Now, Jules, where are you? There you are.
Oh, it's you again. Is everything all right?
Yay for voice-acted cutscenes, I can finish my nuggies.
So you were able to rescue Ashdaya. Thank the 12.
Channeling light from the first was rather ingenious. It may fall short of cross-rift travel, but it's still an impressive achievement in my book.
You're too kind. Suffice it to say, though, that I don't intend to rest on these laurels. There's always more to be done.
Zero stayed in the void, did she? Well, if I had known it would come to that, I would have said a proper farewell.
Oh, Zero took your words to heart. I guess it's going to choose for me because of my mute and unmute button.
Really? I don't remember saying anything profound. Still, I'm glad that she got something out of her time here. As the days roll on, things will change for the both of us. But some things will remain as they are. As far as I'm concerned, Zero will always be a friend and comrade. And I will never forget her.
If she's working tirelessly to restore the 13th, it wouldn't do to be outdone here. When next Zero visits, we must see to it that you have a shiny new Garlemald to show her.
Indeed. And speaking of rebuilding, there's a matter I'd like to discuss with you and Alphino. Word has spread of our dealings with Razat Han, and people are excited by the prospect of standing on our own 2 feet again. Naturally, it won't be straightforward. It never is. But on the whole, I have a good feeling about things.
In other words, it may be time for us to limit our involvement. That Garleans might take the lead? I can see the sense in that.
No, that's not what I meant at all.
But it is what the people want.
Seeing as things are going well, we want you to take a rest. A proper rest. That's what I wanted to say on everyone's behalf.
A proper rest, like a beach episode, maybe?
You've done so much for us already. Toiled beside us in the cold for far longer than anyone could ask. You've earned a reprieve 100 times over. So go on. Step away from here and head wherever you like. But if it were me, I'd choose somewhere warm.
There's footfalls again.
I was thinking of taking a break anyway.
Far be it from us to go against such
It would be a good
heartfelt
idea.
request. Though I would be lying were I to say matters here wouldn't weigh on our minds.
We could take a leaf out of Zero's book and roam about for a while. Maybe visit nations who share little history with Garlemald. Look for opportunities to foster future relations. We might learn something of recent foreign affairs that has escaped our notice.
As an independent party, we would be well suited to the task. An excellent idea, Alice.
Well, that hardly sounds like a rest at all.
To us, it is
It's
the
about
best
as close
kind
as
of
it's gonna
rest,
get.
stimulating and meaningful.
Is that? It's as close as they're gonna get.
If it's settled, then let's return to Charlian and consider our options. What about the rest of you? Do you have any plans?
We're indebted to Lord Fortuneau and his colleagues for their cooperation. 'Twould be meet to report on the outcome of our mission.
Then it seems we are all bound for Charlian. Upon arriving, let us seek out Atheles at the rostra and have her notify Father.
Everyone's super emo because it's so cold. But yes, I love my pink sword. And happy Valentine's Day, loser. You still want to try to play Rust on Monday? Sure? Hell yeah. Long load time. I'll tell my girl that I got a date with you on Monday. I'll tell Wit. I think that they're in chat anyway. God, I'm still on Reunited at last. This is a long quest. I'm just gonna take the Aetherite. I'm sure that'll be faster. There it is. You're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, or were, rather. I understand you've disbanded. That's right. It should be home around 5 EST? Hell yeah. An audience with Lord Fauchenau. You're in luck, the forum has just this moment adjourned, and he's still inside with the Skull-Arc. Wait here while I inform them of your presence. No. No, I won't. There. Sorry, I just had to send a message. Apologies to have kept you. I trust you won't object if Scholar Montashan also attends? My incorrigible children, were you not assisting with Garlemald's reconstruction? Our hosts were insistent that we must take a rest, and so here we are. But more importantly, Chrysanthemum has news that he would share with you. Yeah, so we went to hell, and it was kind of not that bad, really. We freed the dragon. Everything's all good. So the threat has passed. These are glad tidings indeed. Harnessing light from the first, a technological triumph that could have ended in catastrophic failure. But let us not dwell on hypotheticals. Like the ether from the Isle of Ham, you employed the light for peaceful, albeit unanticipated, purposes. Knowledge exists to serve the greater good, as my father was fond of saying. I'm inclined to agree in this instance. It's been established that the world-ending crises and the reflections are connected to calamities in the source. As such, the strides you made in understanding the nature of and affecting a change in a reflection may one day prove vital for mankind's preservation. The Forum will be eager to review your accounts thoroughly, for every drop of water serves to swell the great river of knowledge. Might we prevail upon you to prepare a comprehensive report, Ishtola? And on the subjects of the Void and Cross-Rift travel both. It would be my pleasure. We will share these tidings with those who aided you. Kokol Dankle not least of all. Now, if you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. I should be glad to speak with you both later. The growing light. With that, our obligations here are concluded. Oh, Nadana, what news from Thavner? They've returned then. Wonderful. Rest assured all is well with us too. Is that so? We would be honored, of course. I shall relay this to the others. A great feast will be held in Radzat Han to celebrate Asdaya's homecoming. We've all been invited. Well, naturally. We saved her. I'm afraid my sister and I must decline. We've only just returned home. To leave again so soon would be inconsiderate to our parents. With regret, I too must excuse myself from attendance. A prior commitment requireth that I remain in Charlian for a time. Let not our absence deter you, however. Pray enjoy yourselves to the fullest. I've no plans in particular, so you can count me in. I may as well visit the Radiant Host while I'm there. Yeah, see other training's coming along. How about you, Chris? I have a delivery to make to the first. Far be it from me to turn down free food. I'll probably have to make the delivery either way. That's the spirit? Ah, but what about the Memoria Crystal? Yep, there we go. It would be remiss of us not to deliver it promptly to our friends in the first. Also, if they're to transfer light and dark between worlds, they will need command over the Crystal Tower. In which case, I shall give you my spirit vessel to take again. When you arrive in the Crystarium, the sentry of the tower should be able to round up everyone for you. Once you've seen the matters there, come and join us at Megaduta. Give everyone our regards, you hear? Oh, we're just going straight to the gate? Yeah. There. Pilgrimage of Light. Oh, that's Pilgrim's Traverse, isn't it? Pilgrim's Traverse. Pilgrimage of Light. I'm gonna go back and grab that here in just a minute. Take me to the ocular. Round everyone up.
Ah, yes. The king has already shared what they glimpsed in the source. The day is won, and the danger past. Hearing the tidings lifted a great weight from my shoulders. Never before had I taken on such a monumental request.
Small though it was, we are glad to have played a role in saving the Exarch's home. And yours. Furthermore, the endeavor served to reaffirm the bond between the peoples of Norvrant. Nurturing this bond, we will strive to be an example for the world Zero aspires to restore.
Is that a Memoria crystal? I can feel it. The tremendous darkness within. Using darkness from the void to restore balance to this world. If such a thing could be done!
Well, well. Though night has returned to our world, darkness cannot arise of its own accord, much less in abundance. But if it could be brought here, in like manner to how we channeled light to the void, it may well be possible to restore the empty in its entirety. Do you still have that spirit vessel with you? If so,
yeah, I do.
Loan it to me for a time. I would use it to investigate a way to have the tower receive rather than send energy. Thank you. While I make no promises at this stage, I shall rigorously explore the possibility.
I too need to explore new possibilities for my powers. My recent experience at Nabatha Reng has taught me that. To that end, I will set aside botany for a time, and focus instead on myself.
Aww.
Knowing Zero is out there, doing her utmost to restore her own world, it inspires me to redouble my efforts.
It was a mighty struggle, but I had faith that you would be victorious in the end. And I doubt not that the people of Norvrant will cheer when they learn that the Warrior of Darkness managed to save his home. I know you're a busy man, so don't let us keep you. Rest assured that we will continue the work we've begun. Yeah, that's great and all. I'll be right back. Give me Pilgrim's Traverse. I don't know anything about it, but I know that it's being actively played. I haven't checked Party Finder in a long time. I wonder if everything is still like... Not nearly as much stuff seems locked there now. Pilgrimage of Light! Okay, I just wanted to unlock the quest. I'll come and actually deal with it another time. That's the new quest accepted sound for Dawntrail. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me in. I offer you my heartfelt thanks for rescuing the satrap's beloved sister. But without further ado, the great feast to celebrate this joyous occasion is about to begin. The venue is married Smehane, and you are a guest of honor. I expect that several cutscenes will now play in sequence. But I guess those are usually involved in trauma. What is that drink? It looks delicious. Kebab. Chill, bro.
It cannot be.
What can't be?
Oh, Vashan, my darling little brother. To think that I will never see you again.
What do you mean? There's still the little version.
Anyone would think he was actually your brother.
And that he wasn't just the dragon.
Save your tears now. His Excellency still has one of his eyes. And he has made it clear he intends to continue using his vessel. You'll see Varshan again. Never fear.
Truly? But will it be the little one?
Personally, I prefer the adult vessel. It cuts a gallant figure and has superior functionality besides.
Hey, thank you for the sippy.
Bah, I don't care about such things. My little brother is little and adorable.
Based.
Sisters, give me strength.
'Tis a fine thing being so loved.
He's a little drunk. Everyone's a little drunk. We're partying because we saved the dragon.
Had enough of the revelry, have you? So, what's next for our hero? No need to decide just yet. You'll recall our escapades in the Void began with a treasure map I paid entirely too much gil for. You can't force an adventure. It'll happen when it happens, and you'll know when the time is right. Till then,
That's actually
it's good
so
to lend an
valid.
ear to others and their tales. And speaking of others,
Discussing each other's plans, are we? Alas, I have nothing exciting to share. I foresee an extended confinement in my Sharlayan chambers, compiling my theories on cross-rift travel. My research may be classified, prohibited by the powers that be. But so long as a bond exists between people, ever shall our worlds be connected. As it stands, a means to travel to the First is within reach, and I would be satisfied even should my research not exist in an official capacity.
So you really should have just gotten the Aetherites while you were there.
And what of you, Estinian? Have you any plans?
He's lost.
He never was one to stay put for long. though I've no doubt he will make himself known when needed.
Big dragon and little dragon. Yeah, we saved Vreetra's little sister. Or well, Vreetra's sister. I don't know if who's older. But we weren't able to get Asdia's body back. So he gave her a new vessel out of the eye that he had in Varshan. So we had to leave Big Varshan in the void. But little Varshan should still be around. 'Twas a lively feast, was it not? And it impressed upon me once again how dear Vritra is to his people. Well, as much as I should like to linger, 'tis time I took my leave. If you mean to depart as well, I suggest you call on Vritra before setting out. And before I forget, thank you for everything we learned and for everything we accomplished. I couldn't be more grateful. Till next time, take care. Head back to Megaduta. What's the actual closest one? Oh, there it is out there. I got turned around so hard for a second. There's so many quest objectives. Like, there's so many things, like, up against this wall. Not necessarily quests, but, like, little icons. Little Varshan. Chrysanthemum, I hope you enjoyed the festivities. To be able to celebrate Asdia's return with everyone was moving beyond words. Lest you wonder, I've chosen to use this vessel for now, the better to escort my sister about Radzat-Han. This leaves my true form without an eye, but I do not anticipate having need of it in the immediate future. Long have I dreamed of showing Asdia my beautiful city, a glittering jewel born of unity, and I shall relish every moment of it. Now then, I believe Y'shtola and Estinian have embarked on their respective journeys, but have you yourself business elsewhere? If not, you are welcome to remain here as long as you like. Should aught of import rise, we will inform you. But until such a day arrives, I bid you take your ease. Meanwhile, in Old Charlian. Kyle, there's no one there.
Be in order.
It looked like you were lecturing someone.
Oh, finished at last. So time-consuming. How nice would it be to have a mammoth to handle such tasks? Now then, let's have a look at you.
Big
Quite
letter.
old, this letter. We'll need to store it carefully.
Moisturizing my tattoos feels like putting lotion on a spot of eczema with a divined pattern. Interesting.
Addressed to grandfather, and come all the way from Tuliolal, from a Gulu someone.
Tuliolal. Tuliolal is not as hard to pronounce as I expected it to be.
The ink's
I'll
too
probably still
faded.
screw it up every now and
Hardly
then, though.
anything is legible. Come on, give me something. A commission to investigate the Golden City in Tural. How odd. No one ever mentioned such a commission, nor have I seen any records. Something else in here. What an unusual earring. How does it relate to the petition, I wonder?
Hmm.
Oh, did you go there, grandfather? To the Golden City in Tural?
Aaronville.
Back again already, after making a show of leaving. Well, this is it, Charlene. Quite a far cry from Tuliolal, yes?
Now, this is a character who has caused a lot of controversy.
Come, let's go and find your candidate. Our adventurer friend.
All that I know about Dawntrail, aside from, like, a couple of names, is that this character has received very mixed reception. She has had some rough writing, and her voice actor has, let's just say, not the best reputation on Twitter. She crashes out relatively often. When one door closes. Ah, Chris, one of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The students of Baldessian request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you've no pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldessian Annex, at once. Ojiko awaits your arrival. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Asdaya the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there is still much and more for her to see. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. It feels like I'm saying goodbye to all my friends. And it's actually making me a little bit emotional. But that's okay. Emotions aren't bad. Wait, is it in here? It is in here, okay. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Chris. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Kryl and Graha. Don't make me say goodbye to Graha. Let me keep Graha. Thank you for coming on such short notice. You have your hood down. That's really cute. You have the earring. That's really, really cute. I like that. and forgive us for sending for you so soon after your trials in the void. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Erenville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is there was someone whom he wishes Chris to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? Now then, where is Erenville?
Erenville!
They're really holding on to the reveal of who this is.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
No one.
But it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is him. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain he's no ordinary man.
I do like her design.
I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Yeah, you're not very good at this.
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
Yeah, that's me.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihyolal is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulja, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulja, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Another thing I know about Dawntrail is that people were simping for
I know
Bakul
little
Jaja.
about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. No, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda. Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
A little bit. Golden City. I've heard about it before. This is strictly a rumor, nothing more. I want to give this the best shot that I can. You have my complete attention.
We're going to get along, you and I. Tural has no shortage of unexplored frontiers and deadly fiends. You'll never want for excitement, I promise you.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Ooh, that side eye.
And the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
The game is afoot. Equal parts bewildered and excited. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. The chance to see not only Tural, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friends. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and called some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they have been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition? The Isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tural. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. I can't decide if I love or hate the look of her axe. I like the overall design, but I don't like how round the edges are. It's an issue with a lot of axes in this game. Before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the Isle. I'll join you as soon as possible. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Where are you? Near the ether front. So I'll head over here and take the etherite to the harbor. Harbor. So we have to take a ship? Oh, and I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt. Come on, let's get going. Upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. I'll have to participate in battle. Let's go.
From here, we must walk.
That's a good point. We no longer have wings to bear us to
So
paradise.
much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Oh, a white bear! I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. So this is the Isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
Labyrinthos is super cool.
This brother of yours, he has been to Charlian.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in this city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studio. Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
I mean, it's worked so far.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
And then we'll kill things.
The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
I don't remember fighting that.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got
no, maybe I did.
I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
Oh, if you're gonna sit here and take my aggro. I understand you're a warrior, but that's mine.
Look.
Hey, don't hit the sheeps. Leave the sheeps alone. Oh wait, do I have to kill the sheeps? I bet I do. I do.
These animals are usually so docile.
Speak with the hard-pressed surveyor. Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are! Chrysanthemum, the adventurer saved the star. Would that mean our meeting was under better circumstances? I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
I am. I'm incredibly powerful. Thank you for noticing.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
That's my husband.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume? We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origin has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond the gate are the worst affected, and we've that we've encountered thus far, though we do not dare... Wow. I screwed that whole sentence up so bad. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. I don't know why that sentence was so hard for me. Your task is to quell any threats you find, and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us. I think I might need a new prescription on my glasses. I've noticed that while I'm reading text, my vision starts to kind of almost cross.
Is that all? Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
But yeah, like, words get a little bit blurry, and not like blurry, but like, I don't really know how to describe it. Words that I see with my left and right eye are in different spots, and they start to like overlap. It's weird. You find ravaged beast remains, torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Speaking of hunt, I need to go try Monster Hunter Wild now that they've had like a big performance update. Ooh, tattered plumage. You find feathers scattered about on the ground. They are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers? But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume
Roasted. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Ah, it's trolls and hornbills. And a yak cow. Do you suppose they're upset we disturbed their home?
Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, they've got one.
Why was only Lamont voice acted there?
Let's head back and report what we found.
Ooh, big bird.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Is that a giant toucan?
What is that thing?
A giant toucan. Okay.
It speaks?
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Woklamat.
Right.
Yeah, this feels almost more like a Monster Hunter
Just
fight.
so we're clear,
I'm kind of into
I
that.
wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
You still
I'm
screamed.
getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat. Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Bonk. Bonk.
Relax, Bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, try sinking my teeth into you.
Nuh-uh.
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Quickly, gather together.
Gross.
I've got you.
That was too close.
Steady now.
This thing's got a lot of HP.
Spread out, everyone. Pay for that.
Easy. Did that say I had like 30 seconds? Why did you run to that side? I think I'm just gonna keep focusing the wing that I'm already on.
That was hardly a tickle. Try this. Nothing to it. Have you now, you loud bastard!
Da, 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 da.
And I had barely limbered up.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks, dirty tricks.
It's still alive?
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me.
Yes! Big Dementor Cryo!
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She
God,
arrived
she's so
as I
cute.
was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Hydaelyn. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again.
That's so valid.
That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art
Friggin'.
passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy. As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
No, Cryo.
Indeed. I must say, You appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Toliyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, it would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
Interesting. Okay, that's actually very interesting.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
I mean, it makes sense. We killed it. With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the Calibri meat. For better or for worse, there's only really one place we can take it here in Charlian, the last stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook up for us. So, I'm thinking, just with how I'm feeling towards Dawntrail so far, like I'm not even in Dawntrail and I already really don't like Wuklamot. I'm trying to give her a fair shot, but she just doesn't seem that great. I might change how I do Final Fantasy going into Dawntrail. We're gonna have to wait and see. Well now, there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, Chris? We have a bird for you to cook. Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me, I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors. And for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear?
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
Well, it didn't come from Charlayan.
Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Oh god, no.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
0.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Okay. Okay, that is taken straight out of Monster Hunter, I'm pretty sure.
Your boorish
Not that I'm
manners
complaining.
reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
That's
Well, if you're
actually
going to
so
be a
valid.
miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
Among Us?
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal? You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
I mean, you've already finished like half of it, so... I guess there's not really much harm. Whether Wuklamat has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she cares deeply for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. She'll come by the annex later. Till then, give me money. Money. The coming dawn. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wuklamat's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Numenor is bound to have some information on the continent. Just the thought of burying myself in books is making me sleepy. We're talking about mysterious lands and unknown wonders here. Confident we'll find reports so thrilling as to drive any thoughts of napping from your mind. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. I don't wanna read! You can't make me! Jamming way. Like, making jam, or like jamming out? Thank you for the sippy, by the way. Blue book. Gimme. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tural. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were also tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It's so named for the cerulean deposits that well up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallaki's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it blue magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtlessly gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallaki. I can't think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. Kaha, why do you make me read? It's impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popado. These crops, and more, that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the Sixth Astral Era, when a Lamentin sailor named Kettenram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. Kettenram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Kettenram would return to Tural several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Laminsa. The most notable of this was the popado, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Kettenram's expeditions to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes, such as the bean-filled burrito, and gripping legends such as the Golden City reached our shores by way of his ship. I like that a bean burrito and the Golden City are in the same sentence together. To those outside of Kettenram's circle, Tural largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on the cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Everland has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca. Accustomed to Tural's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Wyver. This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the wyver is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this beast's rampage. Veligarmanda. Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts, and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents in Tural. The former stretches from west to east and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Alligans, who rose to the power in Aldenard before advancing east into Ilsabar. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tural waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such is the way of it, until the leader of Mamulja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the Autarch's greatness. Having perused A wide selection of books relating to you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Gahatia will be eager to know what you've learned. Should you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. I don't want to read them again. That was a lot of reading. Although the history of blue magic was interesting. I hope that that's a place I get to go. Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are few books wholly dedicated to the subject Tural, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let's continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. We couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references of Tural within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? Bean burrito. Popoto. As have I. Despite having just enjoyed a hearty meal, I found myself craving popotos. As they keep well, they were a boon to sailors, and it was the very same property that allowed them to survive the voyage to Eorzea. The book also mentioned a method of preservation which sees popotos repeatedly frozen and dried. The resultant product was apparently used in a stew by people in mountainous regions. Should like to sample that dish one day. That and all the unique cuisines of that vast continent. But moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tural? Given your adventuring background, I expect this topic would interest you. Alpaca. Ah yes, the alpaca. In addition to serving as beasts of burden, they provide clothing for people by way of their lush fleece. They're especially prized by mountainous tribes, who hold certain rare specimens sacred. I thought I heard familiar voices. Hello, we're reading about popotos. Fancy running into the two of you here. Well, well, have some research of your own to do? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with the Reds at hand, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of the two of you? What endeavor brings you here this day? Popoto. A nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tural. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We'd do well to read up on Tuliolol ourselves. The contest. Is Chrysanthemum the only one allowed to help Uklamat? There was no mention of such restrictions, as I recall. On the contrary, Uklamat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know what to do to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphino. We have planning to do. Alice, wait! 'Twould seem my plans have changed. If you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. Is there a... I'm closer to it now. Anguaha. Looks voiced.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
I turn her down and skip the entirety of Dawntrail. I'd rather not get involved in politics.
If only others had the same good sense. If the prospect troubles you, sir, why not consider what you stand to gain instead? That is an exciting journey to a faraway continent. In the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you might find yourself moved to help Worklamat after all. And if not, well, you quietly take your leave. A brazen plan, perhaps, but one that befits a veteran adventurer, you must agree.
You know, I never really considered the idea of, if I don't like it, I can always leave.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think.
Don't say that.
It's enough to stir me to the core. Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Thancred, why are you lurking? Welcome back, Chris. If you're looking for Worklamat, she's currently with the others in her chambers. If you'd like, I can go and fetch them for you. Please. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. I thought that you had, like, somebody draped over your back, Aaronville.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on, then. Let's hear it.
I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before. I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it.
Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tural will be its own reward.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
You too, maybe, Graha never.
Alphino, Alice, what are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Aaronville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Nerd.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles.
Okay,
So,
that I actually
you
love
want to
about you.
participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
I mean, he literally has gold in his eyes, so valid.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor.
No!
Pray
No!
to Oji-Kun.
No! No, 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 no! No!
Raha.
Graha, no!
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Graha, no! Graha, please!
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
No!
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
now is a good
Graha.
time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora. There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loperids. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
I can't help but wonder why the world looks so much like our world. I don't know if it's just because it's low res, but it looked a lot like our world. Okay, I am gonna skip this. Yeah, this is just credits. There's nothing else here, I think. Lest you wonder about your passage to Tural, Erenville will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you, a rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well in your coming adventure. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Ooh. Research has proven that wearing a knapsack or similar greatly reduces the likelihood of being pestered with questions about how you carry so many items. Used to acquire a knapsack. Is that a fashion item? Meanwhile, in lives Liminsa.
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
No.
The north and east, I've already seen.
Oh, so Estinian is coming with
I'll
us.
head west this time.
West, you say?
You didn't get an answer. Meanwhile, in old Sharlayan.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
So we told we said goodbye to everybody, and then it seems like everybody's possibly going to Dawntrail as well.
Come, my friend. We make for Terra.
I guess so. Everybody's so much more animated now. Like, even just going from Endwalker to now.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
God, I love Emmett. I love that Emmett just gave us a whole list of places to go. Weigh anchor now, the tide is nigh, the dawn of a new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond, and tread the gilded path beyond. Sun Chaser, that's not bad. I will probably forever be House Fortune Knight. Fashion accessories. Knapsack. Get rid of it, please. It's not bad, but if I'm using that, then I no longer have Vivi. And I want Vivi. Welcome back, Chris. I've just had word from Anvil. Seems he's managed to secure passage to Dawntrail aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. I feel like that one will grow on me. You've proven your knowledge of adventuring, and you no longer carry the title of New Adventurer. It's gone! My Sprout. Now I'm really sad. Oh no. I'll make a new character and start from the top. I'm not tripping, right? Like, it vaguely looks like the world. Like, our world. Like, don't get me wrong, shapes are different. But, like, that's very clearly, like, Africa. And then you've got this massive continent here. Got something to the south of that, like Australia. And then you have a huge one over here that's kind of split in the middle. I feel like it's vaguely based on our world. Where's the Philippines? That would be over here somewhere, but it's not on this map. No, it's near Hawaii. Wait, I don't know. I'm awful at geography. That's not fair. So I'm moving on. You were on the money when you thought globe instead of map. Okay. Ah! I thought this was going to be voice acted. The only one yet to arrive is Aaronville himself. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaners Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Dawntrail. There will be other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share deck space. It's fine, Aaronville. I doubt anyone expected we'd have a ship at all to ourselves. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now's the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Dawntrail, yes? We've not forgotten. The nation of Tuliolal is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession, and support your bid to become Dawn Servant. In addition to that, Alphino and I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Dawntrail, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they might find common ground, developing stronger ties, the sort of insights that might help our friends in Ilsebard. But we'll pursue this goal on our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Cryle? Yes, as far as we could determine from the old missive I found. He had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Yet oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for both reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there will be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story, and part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as a guide. Still playing the part of the stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me if you changed your mind. I don't want to do politics. I go wherever adventure is to be found. We won't make you Dawn Servant by standing here and talking about it. Hoist sail and let the winds take you where she pleases. Hoist the sail. Oh, I accidentally hit skip button. Well said, we won't get far wallowing in the shallows. Right then, if all is still committed to the journey, and I say we make ready to depart. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. I agree. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I want to see the new place. I don't want my Sprout back.
savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels. Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Buthiswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off!
It's time. I trust you have everything you need? And so does our ship cast off
This
from the docks.
metal theme is wild.
We sail west, as Kattenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Tural.
Uklamat, get down from there.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Woklamat.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Tural was far, but it's another thing to really know.
Yeah, I imagine this is the longest
Some of
journey
our
we've
fellow
taken.
passengers have made this trip before, several times in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession. Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
I don't. Can we get to the new place so I can just get the ether 8? I gotta start getting ready for work and I want to eat.
Look out across these same waters, Grandfather.
Your name is made up, dude. Fongentine? Or bro's name is Fongentine? Oh, this will be my first visit to Turel. Fongentine's the name. I work at Thames Aesthetics in Ul'dah. You see, my employment with them, came to an end. That's why I visited Charlian in the hopes of starting over. While I was attempting, and failing, to find a new job, I seized the chance to board this vessel, when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. I'm told the Dawn servant welcomes all regardless of origin, and so Tuliolal seems like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. I see you in Eorzea before, you great and famous hero. I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Turel, it's become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have fallen, and so we've come home to lick our wounds. Oh, you guys have just been pretending to not be able to speak and to not be very smart. Okay. Weird, but okay. My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the great Kentarem. You know, it's the first Eorzean to set foot on Turel, almost 80 years ago. The Mamonja's leader is said to have welcomed Kentarem with open arms, and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back. Potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, which spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. Tales say Kentarem returned to Turel several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned veteran like him could meet such an end is testimony to the ocean's peril. An adventurer, I presume? I'm a merchant myself, based in Ul'dah. Specialty imports and exports, Eorzean and Tureli both. If this is your first crossing the salt, as they say, do remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this: it's not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by names of certain clans. For the Makode, the Hetsaro, the Hrothgar, the Zabral. Not because every member of a given clan is of the same race mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. A fair assumption, in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. I'm gonna get so confused by that. Did you want to make a wager, or taking bets on who will be sat next in the Dawn Servant's shiny chair? There are 4 claimants in the right of succession, your young Wukla being one of them, of course. But from what a Mamol bloke was telling us, the other 3 are all strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their coin on the third promise. Old Charlian? It's just down there? Whoa. I can't believe it. Can't believe they fit the entire city down there. That's crazy. Uh-oh. Wukla fell off. Damn. She's not making it to the new world. Oh, there she is. Did you learn anything of interest? Yeah, the mercenaries were faking. Oh, I hadn't heard about the clan names. We should have Book Lamat and Aaronville teach us the ones we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather in the cabin.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Aaronville, you were born in Tural, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
The Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
That's my mom on the boat. She don't get sick. She just got a bad tummy.
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
There is a way that I think I would end up liking Book Lamat, and that's if this entire thing is just a show.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
Like, if her being brave and like...
Heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
Alpha, no, the boy isn't very buoyant. Get him back on the ship.
Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning. What an extraordinary life he must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease. Boklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress. By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course,
That battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Let Chris drive the boat. I don't know if that's a good idea. Bird.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Ugh. Can't be much farther now, can it?
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
That's good.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything,
No, you're right. We
should
would have
be
taken it over.
thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
What did she do? She, like, almost puked and fell on the
Then I
deck.
better not let you down.
What do you mean?
Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
That is a lot of reefs.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
I'm ready for my beach episode.
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Why is it so small? I was told that it goes all the way from the southern hemisphere to the northern hemisphere. Why is it so small? Okay, the music's funky. It's very colorful. Goblins!
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out, or...?
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
Oh, I love that armor set!
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tulihyolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
God, I love that armor set so much.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part?
Not really. And you don't really act like it either.
Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tulicholal.
Well, before we continue with anything else. Okay, I like the music. I love the way their aetheryte looks. The city is beautiful. First impressions? Don't like Wuk-Lamat, but I love the city. Okay. Wow. Seeing Tuliolal for the first time makes it easier for me to have an open mind about this. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut stream here, because I'm kind of hungry. All I had today was just like a little bit of chicken nuggets left over from last night. My parents stopped at McDonald's. Ooh. So I'm gonna go grab food before I have to get ready for work. But this place is really pretty. I'm cautiously optimistic. I know that you're unfortunately going to play a large part. Like I was trying to say on the ship, it is in the middle of the cutscene. I don't know. There's one way that I could see myself very easily starting to enjoy the character of Wuk-Lamat, and that is if this brave front that she's putting on is just a front. If she has a moment where she cracks, then I could see myself starting to like her. But as of right now, she's too optimistic for no reason, and she's very loud. And also the voice acting's a little bit stiff, but that's neither here nor there. God, these outfits are so good. I love these outfits. Anyway, I'm gonna cut stream here. If Dawntrail is better than I have expected, then I will continue to stream it. If I find myself getting really bored with the story, I'm just gonna play Dawntrail like on and off stream to just try to get through it, because I've heard that the patches for it start to get back to being pretty peak. But thank you all for hanging out, and I will see you all next time.